The installation function of Rotary Club of Salem Galaxy is all set to begin. I'm Ann Uma Valliyappan.
Rotarian past President Sri Shankar.
We'll be the MC for this evening. அக்கௌண்ட்டில் பணம் இல்லைனாலும் நம்ம பலர் பதட்டம் அடைய மாட்டோம். ஆனால் செல்ஃபோனில் சார்ஜ் இல்லை அப்படின்னா ஒரு விதமான பதட்டம் வரும். சார்ஜரை கண்டுபிடித்து சார்ஜ் போட்டவுடன் தான் அமைதியாகும். ஆனால் இப்போது ஃபோனில் ஃபுல் சார்ஜ் இருந்தாலும் செல்ஃபோனை சிறிது நேரம் விலக்கி வைக்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். We kindly request you to switch your mobile phones to silent mode, to respect the speaker and to maintain the decorum of the event. Thank you.
RC சேலம் கேலக்சியின் செயலர் ரொட்டேரியன் விஜய் சதாசிவம் மற்றும் தலைவர் ரொட்டேரியன் எம் பொன்னுசாமி அவர்களை அன்புடன் மேடைக்கு அழைக்கிறோம். It's our pleasure to invite the incoming Secretary, Rotarian K. Manigandan, onto the stage, followed by incoming President, Rotarian A. Shripati Kumar. We are pleased to invite AG Zone 4, Rotarian Harsha Jain, onto the stage. We deem it a great pleasure to extend our warm greeting and to invite our chief guest of this evening, Sri B. Prabhakaran, Managing Director, Thriveni, LIoyds. We request Albasket to please accompany him.
We call upon Sergeant at Arms Rotarian Karthikeyan to call at the President, Rotarian Ponnusamy.
Meeting number 1, installation function meeting, hereby called to order. The session hand over to MC and team. Thank you very much.
As a long-standing tradition, we always start anything good with prayers. We call upon Annette Jyotsna Manikandan for Rotary Prayer.
Rotary Prayer. O God, Creator of all things, Father of mankind, we thank Thee for inspiring our founder with the principles of Rotary. Based on the high ideals of morality, we implore Thee to help us Rotarians to imbibe deeply the true Rotary spirit and to labor incessantly for the establishment of peace and goodwill among all people, for the elimination of all bars of color, creed, and crime, for the removal of economic and social barriers, and for the proper understanding of the sanctity of human personality and the dignity of labor, so that all individuals and all families and all nations may live in amity and fellowship and unite around Thy holy faith, and hail Thee as Thou really art, our one, true, eternal, and all-loving Father.
Thank you, Jyotsna. The four-way test is not just a checklist. It is a compass that not only points to north, but towards truth, fairness, friendship, and service. We call upon Annette Pavan Shriyapati for the four-way test.
The four-way test of things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you, Pavan.
It's time now to welcome our guest by presenting a bouquet. We call upon Anne Rupa Sripati Kumar to present a bouquet to our chief guest. We request Annette Josna Manigandan to present a bouquet to our AG. We also request Rotarian Vasant Pusalkar to present a bouquet to PDG. PDG and Ashoka. To our GSR Rotarians. Shiva.
விருந்தினர்களை மதித்து அவர்களின் வருகைக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் அளிக்க தலைவர் ரொட்டேரியன் பொன்னுசாமி அவர்களை வரவேற்பு உரை நிகழ்த்த அழைக்கிறோம்.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening to all. Distinguished Chief Guest Sri B. Prabhakaran sir and our Assistant Governor Rotarian Asraj Jain and PDG Asoka sir and our GSR Sridharan sir and my dear fellow Rotarians, hands, annettes, visiting Rotarians, guests and invitees. இது ஒரு நிறைவான தருணம். இன்றைய நாள் எனக்கு லைஃப்பில் உண்மையிலே ஒரு மகிழ்ச்சியான நாள். என்றும் என் நினைவில் நிற்கும் ஒரு நாள் இது. கேலக்ஸி எனும் ப்ரெஸ்டீஜியஸ் கிளப்பில் வந்து என்னோடய தலைமை பொறுப்பை ஏற்று சிறப்பான பல திட்டங்களை செயல்படுத்தி கேலக்ஸிக்கு மேலும் ஒரு பெருமை சேர்த்துள்ளதால் அது எனக்கு கிடைத்த மிகப்பெரிய நிறைவு. சென்ற வருடம் இதே சமயத்தில் தலைமை பொறுப்பினை ஏற்ற நான் அன்று முதல் இன்று வரை பல மாற்றங்களை சந்தித்தேன். பல மாற்றங்களை என்னுள் அதில் ஏற்படுத்தி இருக்கிறது. இந்த மாற்றங்கள் என்னுடைய வளர்ச்சியாகவே நான் கருதுகிறேன். பலதரப்பட்ட எண்ண அலைகளை கொண்ட நமது உறுப்பினர்களோடு இணைந்து அதற்கு ஏற்ப செயல்பட்டு வந்ததன் மூலமாக கிடைத்த அனுபவங்கள் ஏராளம். அதிலும் எனக்கு கிடைத்த மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு சந்தோஷம், ஒரு கிஃப்ட் அப்படின்னா என்னோடய செக்ரட்டரி ரொட்டேரியன் டாக்டர் விஜய் சதாசிவம். ஒரு மிகச்சிறந்த மனிதர். நான் அவரோட ட்ராவல் பண்ணதை உண்மையிலே என் லைஃப்பில் ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு விஷயமாக நான் நினைக்கிறேன். அதை ஒரு மிகச்சிறந்த மனிதர் அவர். ஸோ அவரோட பர்சனல் தேங்க்ஸ். அண்ட் மற்றும் கேலக்ஸி நண்பர்கள், எனது குடும்ப உறுப்பினர்கள், குறிப்பாக மை சன் பி சக்தி சங்கர் ஆகிய உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் இந்த ரோட்டரி வருடத்தின் வெற்றிகளை சமர்ப்பிப்பதில் பெருமகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். இன்று தலைமை பொறுப்பினை ஏற்க இருக்கும் ரொட்டேரியன் ஸ்ரீபதி சார் அண்ட் செக்ரட்டரி ரொட்டேரியன் மணிகண்டன் அண்ட் ஹிஸ் டீம், இந்த எல்லாத்துக்கும் என்னோடய இதயபூர்வமான வாழ்த்துக்கள். அஸ் அ ரொட்டேரியனாக அவங்களோட எப்போவுமே நான் கூட இருப்பேன். ஸோ எனி ஹெல்ப் ப்ளீஸ் கால் மீ. அண்ட் எங்களது அழைப்பினை ஏற்று இங்கே வந்துள்ள உங்கள் ஒவ்வொருவரையும் வரவேற்பதில் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். மை ஹார்ட்டி வெல்கம் டு யூ ஆல் அண்ட் ஹாவ் அ ப்ளசன்ட் ஈவினிங். தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச்.
Thank you, President. Next in the agenda is a secretary report. The heartbeat of our club's journey over the last year. கருவறைக்கும் கல்லறைக்கும் இடையில் நடக்கும் போராட்டம்தான் வாழ்க்கை. அந்த வாழ்க்கை இன்று எப்படி போகிறது என்றால், ஜிமெயிலில் கான்வர்சேஷன்ஸ், ஜூமில் டிஸ்கஷன்ஸ், வாட்ஸ்அப்பில் நன்றி என்று தான் ஓடுகிறது. ஆனால் ரோட்டரி போன்ற சர்வீஸ் ஆர்கனைசேஷன்ஸ் ஹெல்ப் அஸ் டு லீட் அ மீனிங்ஃபுல் லைஃப் பை சர்விங் த சொசைட்டி. கடந்த வருடத்தில் கேலக்ஸியின் செயல்பாடுகள் என்ற பிளாக் பஸ்டரை நமது செக்ரட்டரி ரொட்டேரியன் விஜய் சதாசிவம் அவர்கள் ரிப்போர்ட்டாக இப்போது சமர்ப்பிப்பார். Dignitaries on the stage are requested to join us down so that they can have a better view of the presentation. The inconvenience is regretted.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, President, and thank you, MC ma'am, for the opportunity to present our as a short summary of our activities for the year. We've already had a very lengthy presentation of the Secretary's report during our district governor's visit. So I'm just going to give a very, it's sort of an executive summary of the last year's activities with highlights. So I'll just carry on with that. Okay, clubs, the overall picture of a club is we have 57 members and we inducted 2 members in the last year. We set out with a goal of keeping the club active because we took over from a team which was very active in the 23-24, and we wanted to keep that activity and the pulse of Rotary the same way. So we had a goal of doing at least 3 meetings per month, sorry. And we concluded the year with 40 meetings, including 13 family meetings. I'm just sharing a few photos of our family meetings, which were also held in locations like Aircard in Brookfields Estate and in various other locations in Salem, other than our traditional location of venue of Radisson. We also had 2 tours, family tours, one to Thriveni and one to Adrapalli Forest, which was over 2 days, and it was a road trip which was well enjoyed by everybody who participated. We also had about 13 or 14 speaker meetings with speakers of various things, including our PDG Rotarian Ashoka, who's present here today. Very good interactive speaker meetings. 3 special events during the year. We traditionally celebrate our club's birthday, that is our charter day. So in this charter day, we one of our Rotarians had the idea that we are 15 years old this year. We were chartered in 2010. So they had the idea that all the charter members who got together to form this club have to be honored, who are still part of this club. So all the charter members were honored. Sorry. So this was the charter day function in which all the charter members were honored. The next special occasion was actually something unique that we thought of, that among our Rotarians, we have a lot of experienced Rotarians. So we thought we'll recognize all our Galaxy Rotarians who have completed more than 25 years of service in Rotary. So we found that there are more than 16 of us in our club, including our GSR Rotarian Sridhar and our incoming President Rotarian Sripati Kumar, who incidentally was inducted into Rotary by our chief guest, I'll call him ex-Rotarian Prabhakaran. So all of them were honored on one day with special recognition from our club. Then we also had another special event in which, most of our PDCs are here, Rotarian Ashoka is here, Rotarian Sivanyana Selvam is just walking in. So all of them will say the biggest problem in Rotary is that we don't know what is the plan forward. So in our club, thanks to our president's brainchild, the idea was President Ponusami's brainchild. He said we'll set a roadmap for the next 5 years. So we set up a Galaxy Vision 2030, the 5-year plan for the next 5 years of our club. So that was one special event in our club that I wanted to highlight. So we had multiple service projects, including our ongoing projects. There are 7 or 8 of our ongoing projects that all of our elections know. So we did projects worth more than 6 lakh rupees just with our projects. I'll just highlight a few of the significant ones. The biggest one was that we think made a difference was this project Uyirkapum, in which along with SKS Hospital, Salem Galaxy conducted classes for Tamil Nadu State Road Transport Corporation drivers and conductors in Salem Depot over a period of 4 months, 3 classes per week. About 700 of these drivers and conductors were trained in basic CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, and basic life support skills, which is a very essential skill for all public-facing public workers. So we thought that was a very significant project that we did. Along with that, I'll also like to say that we did a lot of medical aid programs. We call that Dhanvantri, Project Dhanvantri, where we give equipments to our primary health centers and sub-centers. A lot of equipment was given, including newborn warmers and BP machines, digital BP machines, weighing scales, all those. So the next important project that we did was, this is an ongoing project headed by our MC and Uma Valliyappan. This has been ongoing for the past 25 years. This is called Project Scribe Sanjay. This group of ladies here, not just this, there are about 30 of them, all volunteers, all aunts, annettes, and their friends who write exams for blind students. The students dictate and they write. Over the past 25 years, they have done more than 7,000 exams. They have written more than 7,000 tests for blind students. It's a superb project which we would like to, we think as one of our mainstays as public service projects in our club. The other one is another signature project that we have is the Yerkat Poetry Festival, which is the brainchild of our Anne Geetanjali Dilip, and supported ably by our Rotarian Dilip. The 7th edition of this Yerkat Poetry Festival, now no longer called the Yerkat Poetry Festival because it's become a national event. Now, this year it's going to be in Maharashtra in July. So this was the 7th edition was held in Pondicherry, well attended, with more than 46 poets, I think, participating. So that is another of our signature projects. The next big project that we did was a district project in which the Rotary District 2982, they wanted to give bicycles to underprivileged children in Sri Lanka. That aim was to give 2,000 cycles, and they have given a large proportion of that in the last Rotary year. We are proud to be the largest contributor in the district as a club to that project. We have given more than, we have promised more than 200 cycles and handed over to the district. And the part of that was handed over to the children in Colombo and Jaffna and all. The next thing is our club has been very, very generous in contributing to the Rotary Foundation. So we contributed very well to the Rotary Foundation, and our, as usual, our Rotarian Pusalkarji was honored as a major donor in the district. So because of our service projects in the district recognized us during the district awards night last month, and they gave us more than a dozen awards, the biggest of which was being a diamond sponsor for the Hope on Wheels, the bicycle project. And they chose us as one of the best clubs in this region of more than 40 clubs. So that brings me to the end of my very shortened summary of this year's activities. But we are very proud, President Pranusamy and I and our team are very proud that we have held on to the Rotary ideals of Rotary Fellowship and service during our year, and we hope to support our incoming team in the same way in this year also. Thank you all.
பார்ட் 1 பார்ட் 2 என்று டெலிகாஸ்ட் செய்யும் அளவிற்கு பல ப்ராஜெக்ட் செய்திருந்தாலும் நேரமின்மை காரணமாக ஒரு ஷார்ட் ஃபில்மாக சுருக்கி இருக்கிறார் செக்ரட்டரி விஜய். தேங்க்யூ dignitaries for your cooperation. Now we request you to adorn the stage. We recognize the presence of past district governor Sivanyana Selvam. We request Rotarian Pusalkar to present a bouquet to him. To Shri A.S. Sriram, uncle of our incoming president. Mr. Subhash. We also recognize the presence of Advocate Shivakumar. Thank you, Rotarian Pusalkar. வெளிநாட்டில் இருக்கும் முக்கிய உறவினர்கள் நண்பர்களுக்காக இந்த இன்ஸ்டலேஷன் ஃபங்க்ஷன் நேரடியாக ஒளிபரப்பு செய்யப்படுகிறது. எஸ் Rotarians, this entire function is being streamed live. Our incoming president is Rotarian A. Shriyapati Kumar. He joined Rotary in the year 1996 in RC Salem City and is a charter member of Rotary Club of Salem Galaxy. He completed his Bachelor's of Commerce at Loyola College, Chennai, where he was awarded the Best Protractor. He is a jeweler by profession and is a partner of ANS Kumbakonam Jewellers and ANS Divyam Jewels. Just as Indian astronaut Subhanshu Shukla brings pride to India's aerospace journey, our incoming president, Rotarian Shriya Patikumar, will bring pride to RC Salem Galaxy. சுபான்ஷுவின் பயணம் விண்வெளியை நோக்கிய பயணம். இன்கமிங் பிரசிடென்ட்டின் பயணமோ சமூகத்தை உயர்த்தும் சேவையை நோக்கிய பயணம். அவர் விண்வெளியை நம்புகிறார், இவர் மனித நேயத்தை. இருவரும் பயணிக்கின்றனர், ஒருவர் விண்வெளிக்கு, மற்றொருவர் மனித வெளிக்கு. Rotarian Shriya Patikumar is happily married to Aunt Rupa, who is the woman behind his success. She is actively involved in his business and a very friendly person. They are blessed with 3 sons. Their eldest son is Pavan, who did his commercial pilot training in the US and now stepped into family business. Pavan is getting married in 20 days from now. Congratulations, Pavan. Incoming president இன்னும் 20 நாட்களில் மகனின் திருமணம் வைத்திருக்கிறார். மண்டபம் ரெடியா, கெஸ்ட் லிஸ்ட் ரெடியா, இன்விடேஷன் கொடுத்தாச்சா, மாப்பிள்ளை ட்ரெஸ் ரெடியா என்று குடும்பம் ஒரு பக்கம். இன்ஸ்லேஷன் இன்விடேஷன் ரெடியா, பேனர் ரெடியா, சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் கிட்ட பேசிட்டீங்களா, பிரசிடென்ட் அக்செப்டன்ஸ் ஸ்பீச் ரெடி பண்ணிட்டீங்களா என்று செல்லமாக விரட்டும் சீனியர் கேலக்சியன்ஸ். இது ஒரு சுகமான இக்கட்டு, வாழ்க்கையில் எப்போது திரும்பி பார்த்தாலும் மறக்க முடியாத இனிமையான இக்கட்டு. ஏஎன்எஸ் திவ்யத்தின் ஃபேமஸான ஸ்லோகன், பொன்னகையோடு புன்னகை பூக்கும் பொன்னான தருணம். இது நிஜம்தான். This is a beautiful dual celebration for him. Becoming the president of the club and at the same time bringing home a bride. 1 year, 2 blessings. President of Galaxy and வீட்டிற்கு மற்றும் ஒரு மகாலட்சுமி. Dual celebration இவருக்கு புதிதல்ல, ஏனென்றால் dual celebration ஆக இவருக்கு twin sons இருக்கிறார்கள், வாகேஷ் and சௌரிஷ். Indian astronaut Subhanshu Shukla in his first message from space, he said, his head felt a little heavy, but the tricolor on his shoulders reminded him that all Indians were with him. Likewise, our Shriyapati also felt a little heavy with his son's wedding fast approaching and how he could manage both the mega events simultaneously. But we assure him that all Galaxians are with him and will help him sail comfortably throughout the Rotary year. வானில் விண்மீன்களின் அதிசயம் கேலக்ஸி, ஆனால் பூமியில் ஒளியின் அதிசய வடிவம் நமது கோஹினூர் வைரம்தான். கேலக்ஸி என்ற விண்மீன்களின் கூட்டத்தின் நடுவில் ஒரு கோஹினூர் வைரமாக ஜொலிக்கும் இன்கமிங் பிரசிடென்ட் ரொட்டேரியன் ஏ ஸ்ரீயா பதிகுமார் அவர்களை உங்களிடையே அறிமுகப்படுத்துவதில் பெரும் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறோம்.
Now we move on to the much awaited moment of the evening, the installation of Rotarian S.T. Patikumar as the President of Rotary Club of Salem Galaxy. A happy moment to cherish. Now the outgoing President will call her the incoming President.
That was a great show. Galaxy is stepping into the 16th year. Sweet 16 is a magical word. நினைத்தாலே இனிக்கும் வயது 16. A growing and glowing year. Now we look up to the newly installed president for his ambitious plans this year. We look up to the newly installed president for his ambitious plans this year.
Good evening, fellow Rotarians, esteemed guests, and dear friends, family. I stand before you tonight deeply humbled and truly honored to accept the responsibility entrusted to me as the president of Rotary Club of Salem Galaxy for the year 2025-26. At the outset, I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to my good friend and today's chief guest, Mr. B. Prabhakaran, for sparing his valuable time and to grace this occasion and inspire us with your presence. Thank you. I do know that there was something important coming up yesterday and today for you, and I have been made to believe that you chose to be here rather, take an excuse from the other event. Thank you. I also extend my sincere thanks to our outgoing president, Rotarian M. Ponusami, our outgoing secretary, Rotarian Dr. Vijay Sadasivam, and the entire outgoing board for their remarkable leadership and dedicated service. You have set a high standard for us to build on. Two people I especially want to thank today are our chief guest, who first introduced me to Rotary in the year 1996. It was a casual call that turned into me becoming a Rotarian. And Rotarian Dr. Suresh Kumaran, who invited me to join the Rotary Club of Salem Galaxy as a charter member. Both have played an important role in bringing me into this Rotary family, and I remain ever grateful to both of them. This year's Rotary International theme, Unite for Good, reminds us that we come together in true fellowship and selfless action. We can bring hope where it is needed the most. Our club has set clear goals for this year. We will focus on being of help to those who need us most. Senior citizens without much family support, and young girl children whose dreams of education are often held back by economic hardship. In the area of education and youth development, we will expand our Galaxy Padasalai, providing English classes with the help of volunteers. We will support primary education for girl children by offering scholarships, mentorship, and motivational sessions to help them pursue their dreams. We also plan to provide sports goods for deserving school students so they can nurture their talents, and we will accelerate the school female toilets project, ensuring safety and dignity for young girls in our community. In the areas of health and skill development, we will organize monthly paramedic awareness classes and CPR training for Rotarians, ANS, and ANETs. We will continue to conduct regular medical camps across communities and remain committed to our meaningful ongoing projects such as the DAL project, Scribe, and the distribution of equipment to primary health centers. Our signature project, the Salem Marathon, has become a symbol of health, unity, and pride for our city. In continuation to what we created as a healthy sport for Salem, this year we aim to grow its impact further through a virtual marathon connecting participants beyond physical boundaries, and also a women only marathon empowering more women to embrace fitness, courage, and community. As we undertake these plans, the Rotary four-way test will remain our guiding light, reminding us to stay true to our values. I would like to take a moment to thank my family, my mother, my wife Rupa, my sons Pavan, Vagis, and Sauris, and my brothers for their unconditional love, understanding, and constant encouragement. Your support gives me the strength to serve with dedication and heart. As we begin this new Rotary year together, let us remember that service to society is the highest purpose we can choose for ourselves. May our hands that serve bring hope where there is despair. And may our actions prove that when we truly unite for good, we uplift not only others, but ourselves. Once again, I thank you all for being here. I thank everybody for taking time and being here and encouraging us in the process. Thank you for your trust, support, and confidence. Thank you.
நாளுக்கு நாள் அதிகரித்து நம்மை பிரமிக்க வைக்கும் தங்கத்தின் விலையைப் போல இவரது செயல்பாடுகளும் நம்மை நாளுக்கு நாள் பிரமிக்க வைக்கும் என்பதை உறுதியாக நம்புகிறோம். Now we are glad to introduce our team and we request them to come to the desk as and when they are introduced. And we request the president to adorn the team with the pin. We request the team to stay back onto the stage for the photo session. தனது நகைக்கடையில் நகையின் மதிப்பை கூட்ட எப்படி நவரத்னங்கள் மற்றும் பிரேஷியஸ் மெட்டல்ஸை சேர்ப்பாரோ அப்படியே ஆர்சி சேலம் கேலக்சிக்கு இந்த வருடம் தங்களது சேவையினால் மதிப்பை கூட்டப் போகும் இவரது டீமை பார்ப்போம். Immediate past president Rotarian M. Ponnusamy is our immediate past president. தங்கம் அணிபவர்களுக்கு பெருமை சேர்ப்பது போல இவரின் தலைமை கேலக்சிக்கு பெருமை சேர்த்திருக்கிறது. செய்யும் தொழிலில் வேலை பளு தலைக்கு மேல் அழுத்தினாலும் எடுத்துக்கொண்ட தலைவர் பதவியை மிகவும் மதித்து நேசித்து திறமையாக பணியாற்றியவர். எந்த ஒரு காலேஜ் கோர்ஸோ கற்றுக் கொடுக்காத அனுபவம் மற்றும் பாடத்தை ரோட்டரி பிரசிடென்ட் என்ற பதவி கற்றுக் கொடுத்தது என்று அனுபவபூர்வமாக உணர்ந்தவர். சூப்பர் பவர் உலக நாடுகளின் மிக முக்கியமான தலைவர்கள் எங்கு என்ன நடந்தாலும் நான் தான் காரணம் என்று மார்த்தொட்டி கொள்ளும் நிலையில் இவர் மிகவும் வித்தியாசமானவர். அமைதியாக திறமையாக செயல்பட்டவர். இவருக்கு தோள் கொடுத்தது இவரது செக்ரட்டரி ரொட்டேரியன் விஜய் என்றால் அதற்கு ஈக்குவலாக பேலன்ஸ் செய்தது இவரின் மகன் ஆனட் சக்தி சங்கர். Under his presidentship, the club has bagged 11 awards and the Outstanding Club Award in the region of 46 clubs. We have the IPP, Ponnusamy. President-elect Rotarian A. Joseph Raj. இவர் ஒரு மாணிக்கக்கல். Ruby is one of the most important gem in the colored stone market and it symbolizes leadership and team spirit. He is a successful builder. He runs a JMJ Constructions, Jojo Momos and Hosanna Biryani. கோபம் குறைய வேண்டுமா? பொறுமை அதிகம் ஆகணுமா? நிறைய சிரிக்கணுமா? கம்மியா பேசணுமா? என்ன செய்யலாம்? யோகா, மெடிடேஷன் என்று பலவிதமான பதில்கள். ஆனால் இவையெல்லாம் ஒரே வருடத்தில் அச்சீவ் செய்ய வேண்டுமா? அதற்கு ஒரே பதில் தான் இருக்கும், தலைவர் பதவியில் அமர்வதுதான். அடுத்த வருடம் தலைவர் பதவியில் அமரப்போகும் ரொட்டேரியன் ஜோசப் ராஜுக்கு வாழ்த்துக்கள். வைஸ் பிரசிடென்ட் Rotarian Dr. Suresh Vishwanathan. He is a chartered member of our club. He is a managing director of SKS Hospitals, the only 300-bedded super specialty hospital in Salem. SKS Automobiles, and raster images, developing healthcare software, which was started as a hobby from his college days itself. Now it has 200 plus hospitals as clients in India and across the world also. AIMS is one of the clients. Now he's all set to add AI into his healthcare portfolio. ANS திவ்யத்தின் நகைகள் போலவே கேலக்ஸியின் ஃபியூச்சர் பிரசிடென்ட்ஸும் யூனிக் தான். பார்த்து பார்த்து செலக்ட் செய்த பொக்கிஷங்கள். ஒன் சச் டைமண்ட் இஸ் டாக்டர் சுரேஷ் விஸ்வநாதன். வைரத்தைப் போலவே பார்ப்பதற்கு மென்மையானவர், ஆனால் உள்ளத்தில் உறுதியானவர். டைமண்ட் என்றால் நினைவுக்கு வருவது 4 C's: கேரட் வெயிட், கலர், கிளாரிட்டி அண்ட் கட். டாக்டர் சுரேஷ் என்றால் நினைவுக்கு வருவது காம், கமிட்மெண்ட், கிளாரிட்டி அண்ட் கேரக்டர் தான். இதுதான் எந்த ஒரு ஃபியூச்சர் பிரசிடென்ட்டின் அடையாளமும் கூட. இவருக்கு இன்னும் ஒரு சி கூட சேர்க்கலாம். தட் இஸ் அ கேலண்டர் ஆல்வேஸ் ஃபுல் ஆஃப் ஓவர்சீஸ் ட்ராவல் பிளான்ஸ். ஹி லவ்ஸ் ட்ராவலிங். Secretary Rotarian K. Manikandan. We request the chief guest, AG and others to please be seated. ஏன்னா இது கொஞ்சம் நேரம் ஆகும். Thank you. Secretary Rotarian K. Manikandan. He is like the precious metal platinum, silent and strong. He is a postgraduate architect and has designed and executed multiple residences and commercial buildings in the name of his consulting firm, Harmony Plus. He is a wildlife photographer. அடர்ந்த காட்டில் பர்ஃபெக்ட் ஷாட்டுக்காக காத்திருந்து பிறகு வைல்ட் அனிமல்ஸ் வந்தவுடன் சத்தமே இல்லாமல் கிளிக் செய்தால்தான் பர்ஃபெக்ட் பிக்சர் வரும். ஃபோட்டோகிராஃபர்ஸின் யூஷுவல் டயலாகான ஸ்மைல் ப்ளீஸ், சீஸ், ஃப்ரீஸ், ஒன் மோர் ஷாட் என்று மூச்சு விட்டால் வைல்ட் அனிமல்ஸ் நம்முடன் சேர்ந்து செல்ஃபி எடுத்துக்கொண்டு நம்மை ஃப்ரீஸ் செய்துவிடும். அதை போலவே இடமறிந்து சிறப்பாக செயலாற்றுபவர் நமது செக்ரட்டரி ரொட்டேரியன் கே மணிகண்டன். ஹி இஸ் ஆல்சோ த அவென்யூ சேர் ஃபார் என்வாயன்மெண்ட் திஸ் ரோட்டரி இயர். Joint Secretary Rotarian K.M. Satish Kumar. A joint secretary is like Hezonite stone, co-medagam என்று சொல்வார்கள். Subtle in shine but deep in strength. தெளிவான எண்ணங்கள், கவனத்துடன் முடிவெடுப்பது என்பது இவரின் இயல்பு. இவர் ஒரு சாஃப்ட்வேர் டெவலப்பர் அண்ட் பிரிக்ஸ் மேனுஃபேக்சரர். He has developed software to 6 chapters of RMB, அதாவது Rotary means business, and is planning to extend to other chapters also. He is also the avenue chair for Rotract and RILA. Treasurer Rotarian K. Sivakumar. He is a charter member and past president of our club. He is a cat's eye, அதாவது வைடூரியம். It attracts wealth and enhances financial stability. First time treasurer, finance minister. நிதித்துறையின் பொறுப்பை முதலில் கையில் வாங்கும்போது ஒரு விதமான படபடப்பு, இனம் புரியாத சந்தோஷம், அதே சமயம் எல்லாம் சரியாக நடக்க வேண்டுமே என்ற பயமும் வரும். அது இவர் முகத்தில் தெரியவில்லை என்றாலும் மனதின் ஓரத்தில் இருப்பது தெளிவாக தெரிகிறது. ஏனென்றால் இவருக்கு முன்பு ட்ரெஷரராக இருந்த ரொட்டேரியன் ஆறுமுகசாமி 4 வருடங்களாக திறமையாக செயலாற்றி ஒரு பெஞ்ச் மார்க்கை செட் செய்துவிட்டு போகிறார். ரொட்டேரியன் சிவகுமாரும் அவரைப் போலவே திறமையாக செயலாற்றுவார் என்று நம்புகிறோம். டைரக்டர் ரொட்டேரியன் என் திலீப். இவர் கேலக்சியின் மரகதம். As a stone emerald symbolizes wisdom and guidance, இவரும் வரும் இளைய தலைமுறைக்கு சிறந்த வழிகாட்டி. As the emerald gels with light, இவர் எந்த ஏஜ் குரூப்புடனும் ஜெல் ஆகி விடுவார். Some couples make memories, but Rotarian Dilip and his multi-talented wife make poetry festivals. They are co-founders of a club's signature annual project, Aircard Poetry Festival. Director Rotarian Dr. G. Sendil Kumar. இவர் ஒரு சிவப்பு பவளம், ரெட் கோரல் என்று சொல்லலாம். He is a corporate trainer and consultant, a clinical psychologist. Modern color psychology links coral to confidence and encouragement. பவளம் போலவே இவர் மன அமைதியை மேம்படுத்தும் ப்ரொஃபஷனல் இருக்கிறார். He is a charter member and past president of our club. He is also the avenue chair for new generation. Director Rotarian P.L. Srinivasan. நவரத்னங்களில் முத்து மிகவும் யூனிக்கான ஒன்று. நவரத்ன கற்கள் பொதுவாக பூமியின் அடியில் பாறைகளில் கிடைக்கிறது. ஆனால் முத்து ஒரு உயிருள்ள ஆயிஸ்டரிடமிருந்து கிடைக்கிறது. அந்த முத்தை போலவே நமது ரொட்டேரியன் PL ஸ்ரீனிவாசனும் யூனிக்கான அமைதியான தலைவர். இவர் இந்த வருடத்தின் ஸ்பெஷல் ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸின் அவென்யூ சேராகவும் பணியாற்றுவார். டைரக்டர் ரொட்டேரியன் V. ஹரிபாஸ்கர். இவர் ஒரு வெளிச்சம் தரும் வெள்ளி. Past President and Charter Member of RC Salem Galaxy. He is a tour and travels operator, building promoter and contractor. சில்வரை பொதுவாக பீப்புள்ஸ் மெட்டல் என்றே கூறலாம். ரெடிலி அவைலபிள், கன்சிஸ்டன்ட் அண்ட் versatile. அதை போலவே இவரும் எனி டைம் எனிவேர் இஸ் ரெடிலி அவைலபிள் டு ஹெல்ப் ஆல் த பிரசிடென்ட்ஸ். ஹோப் ஆன் வீல்ஸ் ப்ராஜெக்டில் ப்ராஜெக்ட் சேர்மனாக இவரின் பங்களிப்பு மிகவும் முக்கியமானது. டைரக்டர் ரொட்டேரியன் விஜய் சதாசிவம். சார்ட்டர் மெம்பர் அண்ட் IPS. IPSனா 2 அப்ரிவியேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. இந்தியன் போலீஸ் சர்வீஸ் அண்ட் இந்தியன் இமீடியட் பாஸ் செக்ரட்டரி. 2 மீனிங்ஸ் பட் சேம் டெடிகேஷன். Blue sapphire symbolizes radiance, reputation and deep intelligence and razor sharp focus. இவர் ஒரு ப்ளூ சஃபயர் போல. இவருடைய மெசேஜஸ் அண்ட் ரிப்போர்ட்ஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் டு த பாயிண்ட், ப்ரிசைஸாக இருக்கும். இஸ் அ கேட்ஜெட் ஃப்ரெண்ட்லி பர்சன். கேன் பி கால் த டிஜிட்டல் பிரெயின் ஆஃப் கேலக்ஸி. IPP பொன்னுசாமியின் பவர் பேங்க் இவர் தான். ஹீ இஸ் அ ரேடியாலஜிஸ்ட் பை ப்ரொஃபஷன். எக்ஸ்ரே MRI ரிப்போர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் மிக துல்லியமாக எழுதக்கூடியவர். RC சேலம் கேலக்ஸிக்கு கடந்த வருடத்தில் MRI ஒருவேளை எடுத்திருந்தால் நாங்கள் இப்படித்தான் ரிப்போர்ட் எழுதியிருப்போம். டாக்டர் விஜய் இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு 100% டெடிகேஷன், 100% ப்ரிசைட் கம்யூனிகேஷன். தேங்க்யூ டாக்டர் விஜய். The RI theme for the year 25-26 is Unite for Good. Here we Galaxians unite for good to bring progress to the society. Every project has 3 things: planning, participation and photo shoot. Now we have the photo shoot of the team. Thank you, team. We recognize the presence of PDG, Rotarian Nirmal Kumar.
The secretaries of the past and the present will exchange the charter of the club. Thank you. It's time now to recognize the presence of visiting Rotarians from other clubs. Over to Rotarian Palniyappan.
We recognize the presence of the following Rotarians: Rotarian Saravana Kumar, Charter President, Smart City; K. Ratnam, Salem West; R. Balasubramaniam, Power Grant; P.S. Mohan, Salem West; Raja Muttaya, Salem Metropolis; M. Selva Kumar, Salem Majestic; E.D. Vishwanath, Salem Youngtown; Gokul, Salem Gugai; Muralidharan, Salem Success; Kamaraj Pillai, Salem Gymkhana; Ranganathan, Salem Junction; Ravichandran, Salem Success; Murugan, Salem Gymkhana; Sugavanesan, Salem Majestic; Manigandan, Salem Majestic; Loganathan, Salem Majestic; D.K. Shivakumar, Salem South; Krishnamurthy Salem Gugai, Manivanan Salem Gugai, Nanjay Karthik Rotary Club of Athur, Jeevanandam Rotary Club of Salem Junction, and Annal M Rotary Club of Salem South, and also Rotarian D Murlidharan. We recognize the presence of all other friends who are gathered here.
Thank you, Rotarian Palniappan. We call upon Rotarian D. Sendil Kumar to introduce the Assistant Governor, Rotarian Hasraj Jain. We request the Assistant Governor to felicitate after the Chief Guest address.
Check. Good evening, esteemed members of the dais, fellow Rotarians and Zenanites. It's my honor to introduce a dedicated Rotarian and an inspiring leader, Rotarian Hasraj V. Jain, our Assistant Governor for the Rotary year 2025-26, District 2982, Zone 18. A commerce graduate from Jain College, Bangalore, Rotarian Hasraj began his journey in 2011 with Rotary Club of Salem Central, introduced by the late PDG Vasu. Since then, his service has been nothing short of remarkable, from club secretary in 2014-15 to club president in 2019-20. Under his leadership, the club earned the Best President Award, received by the prestigious PHF banner, and even donated an electric ambulance to a government hospital, a testament to his commitment to an impactful service. He also played a key role in release of this century stamp of Rotary in India at Kolkata conference. He's married to Rotarian Shweta Jain, a homemaker, and they are proud parents to their son, Neve Jain, currently studying at Otis College, Los Angeles. Please join me in warmly welcoming Assistant Governor Rotarian Hasraj V. Jain. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Sandal. Today's president is a jeweler by profession, and the chief guest is an iron ore miner by profession. One sells beauty, the other shapes destiny. They both bring value to the world. Some friendships are just made in heaven, and some start from LKG classrooms. Yes, our chief guest and our president are classmates since kindergarten. அன்று பள்ளிக்கூடத்தில் தொடங்கிய நட்பு இன்று பிஸ்னஸிலும் தொடர்கிறது, ஏன் இன்று இங்கு ரோட்டரி மேடையிலும் தொடர்கிறது. எப்போவுமே காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸோட மெயின் அஜெண்டா வந்து அப்பாட்ட என்ன சொல்லி எவ்வளோ பாக்கெட் மணி வாங்கலாம், எப்படி செலவு செய்யலாம் என்று தான். ஆனால் நமது சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் அவரது காலேஜ் டேஸ்லேயே ஜேசிபியை வாடகைக்கு விட்டு தொழிலில் முதல் அடியை எடுத்து வைத்தவர். மைனிங் என்பது வெறும் தொழில் அல்ல, பூமியின் இதயத்தை தொட்டு பார்ப்பது. தொழில் நகர்ந்து நாடு வளரும் போது சுற்றுப்புற சூழல் பின்வாங்குவது தவிர்க்க முடியாது. இதை நன்றாக உணர்ந்தவர் நமது சீஃப் கெஸ்ட். இவரின் தொழிலில் பெரிய அளவில் முன்னேற்றம் அடைந்தாலும் தொழில் செய்யும் இடத்தில் உள்ள சுற்றுப்புற சூழலை மேம்படுத்தி அங்குள்ள மக்களும் முன்னேறி அவர்களின் குழந்தைகள் தரமான கல்வி கற்பதற்கு பெரிய அளவில் செயல்படுகிறார். சேலத்திற்கு பெருமை சேர்ப்பது மாம்பழம் மட்டுமல்ல, இவர் மேனேஜிங் டைரக்டராக இருக்கும் த்ரிவேணி குரூப் ஆஃப் கம்பெனிஸும் தான். ஃப்ளையிங் இஸ் இஸ் பேஷன். வானத்தில் பறப்பதை தொழிலுக்காக செய்யாமல் தனது பேஷனுக்காக செய்வதனால் வானமே இவரது தொழில் சாம்ராஜ்யத்தின் எல்லை என்றே சொல்லலாம். சிறகிருந்தால் போதும், சிறியதுதான் வானம் என்று எண்ணும் நமது சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் ஸ்ரீ பி. பிரபாகரன் அவர்களை உங்களிடையே அறிமுகப்படுத்த அவரின் மற்றும் ஒரு கிளாஸ்மேட்டான ரொட்டேரியன் டாக்டர் சுரேஷ் விஸ்வநாதனை அழைக்கிறோம்.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest for the day. Prabhakaran is a classmate and a personal friend. I was lucky to become his classmate when I moved to Salem for 11th standard, but I was also his senior in Clooney way back when I was in first standard. So, I mean, there's a lot to talk about Prabhakaran. If I had to tell everything about Prabhakar, there wouldn't be enough time. It would be as long as the chief guest speech. So I will summarize from what is given to me and what I personally know. One thing about Prabhakar is, in spite of his soaring heights of achievement, he has still remained the same Prabhakar that we've known in our school days, humble and always available to his friends. I have personally experienced his humility and I'm thankful for him in many ways. And it's not just me. This extends to all his friends and classmates. Even for today's function, the moment our president requested his presence here, he immediately said yes, in spite of his busy schedule. He is the head of multiple companies, including public listed companies like Lloyds Metal. Prabhakar's journey, as mentioned earlier, started as an entrepreneur even before he finished college. I was lucky to be in Coimbatore after school. Again, in college, we were in neighboring colleges in Coimbatore, so remained in contact throughout his years in Coimbatore. And he started his career entrepreneurship during his final year, even before his final year rather, where he actually, most people would actually ask the parents for money to do some business, but he borrowed money from his father. His father, a successful businessman by himself, and in fact, most club members will remember that we had honored his father, Mr. Balasubramaniam, for his service vocational award, and he went to his father, who was also a financier, and borrowed money, saying that he would return it, and started his business. So he started his business on sound financial terms. From there, he is, like I said, the sky's the limit, and probably I would say that is putting it mildly. Probably we have to go into outer space. He started off his major career in Goa, and from there pivoted and moved to Orissa. A lot of you know I have a personal connection to Orissa since my wife is from Orissa. But when he first went to Orissa, that was like, Orissava, anga poi enna pannittu irukka? But he successfully transformed the state of Orissa. Naveen Patnaik was the chief minister, but there were a lot of iron mines which were not in use. They were run down. The owners were sitting in Delhi. No one was actually mining over there because of various issues, including Naxalite problems. But as an outsider to that state, he successfully went in, revived those mines, made Orissa the number one state in iron ore production, and also his sense of service and charity starts even then, wherein he empowered the people over there. The reason he was able to work in an Naxalite prone area was he gave them what they needed. He provided them with education, health, even business, gave them business opportunities to uplift them. If you look at the history of Naxalitism, it's about lack of opportunities. And here is a man who, from Tamil Nadu, from Salem, went to Orissa. And for us in Tamil Nadu, most of us don't even speak Hindi. But he went there, learned the language, went with his family. He stayed there in Barbel, the rural areas, with his family, because having my personal connect to Orissa, I have met others. And when they know Prabhakar is my friend, they say, we have special regards for him because he was there with his family, his son, they all lived there in amongst us, and he brought about this transformation. And after successfully elevating Orissa and making Orissa the number one state in iron ore production and empowering a lot of people, he did a complete 180, shifting from the east coast all the way to the east state to the western state of Maharashtra, where he took over a listed company, Lloyds Metal, and has brought about the same transformation in the rural districts of Maharashtra. He's created foundations wherever he goes. He makes sure that he creates hospitals for the people over there, and also sponsors education like Lloyd's Nikitan School for CBSE education, empowering women through Vanya, and also from being a miner, his next step was vertical integration to becoming a steel producer. And look, not only just any steel producer, but also a green steel producer. So he is at the forefront of the green revolution in manufacturing in steel in India. Like I said, I didn't want to hog too much time. Another classmate, Dr. Sendil, he's also our classmate, and had visited his place in Gachipoli. So he will add his personal experience to that too. Thank you.
Thank you, Rotarian Suresh.
Yeah, shall we go for the video or? Yeah, okay, fine. See, recently I was in Gajroli. I don't know how many people would have visited that place, the remote place of Maharashtra. I stayed there for 2.5 days. Uh, I saw what are the things were happening. Three things that I personally visited. I saw the entire changes that's happening because since I have worked with some of the tribal population in Tamil Nadu, working with the tribal population is the core important thing. So I saw the school. I saw the hospital, which is going to come up 100-bedded hospital, and also a textile aspect for the rural people there. And of course, a kind of an academy for people to get trained. Um, those people will be get trained now in the army, then they will go shift to the private things. So these are some of the amazing things that literally I saw. I'm happy that today some of our children have started moving there, joining him in working on his vision. My daughter is also there. For the next 2 months, she will be there and doing an internship there. So this is something not friends alone were with him. Now the next generation are also with his guidance, and they have been inspired. So such a wonderful person is our chief guest. We are all proud as schoolmates. More than 10 to 15 of us are here. It's all for Pati and Prabhakar. This year we will all make it. So happy to introduce Prabhakar to the night.
Thank you. Thank you.
He doesn't wear a cape, but he builds, protects, and provides like a true hero. Because the foundations of tomorrow are laid by the sacrifices of today. And in the heart of Gadchiroli, one man became that guardian angel. While the world saw conflict, he saw potential. While others walked away, he stepped in. Not all heroes wear capes, some wear commitment.
That was our chief guest. Next in the agenda is a keynote address by a chief guest. We request our chief guest to deliver the keynote address.
Respected Senior Rotarian Mr. Jain, Mr. Ponusami, Dr. Vijay, Manigandan, and my Sriyapati. It's a great honor to be all, and I've got a lot of my friends, Suresh, Rajesh, Nanjay Karthik, and all of my colleagues, Satish Nagraj, G. Sandil, all of us being here. It's nice to be back at home and nice to share what we do and what we learn and what we can do it. As this year's theme is on Unite for Good, let me walk around this, what we can do as people from Salem, what all we can do, how we can bring, because Rotary is a great medium. This is globally connected medium in which we can do a lot of things which can make all of us purposeful in our life, in this journey of life, what we have come today. So start with, first let me give an introduction about Sriyapati. Still today we do not know what he is. For the last almost 40 years we are together. In his introduction, let me also introduce, we all know him as a gold shop owner, jeweler. And you have been, madam, you have been explaining about emeralds and ruby and all that. I think along with me, his son has joined, and now we are developing the first gold mine, which will start production at least this year. This year, you told me about his marriage, son's marriage, and being a Rotary president. I think he'll be the first gold miner come jeweler this year. I think this is something which I wanted to announce to Salem, because during the old Raja periods in the Deccan Plateau, a lot of migration happens in search of gold, because gold was considered to be the asset to be holded on by multiple countries. So our Rajas and Maharajas also had Kolar gold fields in these regions, which is later explored by British. Adjacent to that reef, there is a company called Geo Mysore, and Pavan is heading as one of the directors of that company. And I think that company should aim to produce the first gold. I think just 1 month after his marriage, I think we still believe that September or October should be the first gold. Kandipanga. I think he will give a special discount to Salem, I think. So basically what I want to tell him, that a lot of people whom we see across Sripati as a person, is very composed person. And we have seen a lot of us like pendulum going left and right. I've seen him to be very static in his maturity and his decision making. We have been working with him. I'm very sure he will make this year of Rotary as very special. And I'm sure that all of us will contribute to make it happen. I think substantial thought process which is going through. So basically today's
thing is a little bit around what I learned in this last 30 years of my journey. What I understood is now we have to build India. India is in one of the most important spots of this last few centuries. Let it be the population, let it be our market acceptance globally, and market uncertainties. What are we? We are very stable in our thoughts. We never go and attack any country. We just safeguard ourselves. We have got a lot of resilience and a lot of talent. Unfortunately, in last 2 decades, there have been a lot of migration of talent which has left this country and gone out. I think that's a big gap which we did because we couldn't bring them here. Now, this is time I could feel when I go across any company across the globe, they wanted to be back in India because we have got the human capital and adaptability for change. Basically, if you go to a very organized country, there is a possibility that no one wants to change. Everyone wants to be static. Here, we are very adaptable for change. With this new era of what India is coming in, I think we all have to gear up, especially the seniors whom we are here. I could see a lot of seniors were very known to my father and father's thing. I think it is your guidance which you have to tell because your wisdom which can involve with today's youth, I think this can become a terrific combination. So for us also, I wanted to tell, India is going to be booming like anything. Any country who wants to do with the great vision of our Prime Minister, he has brought this Make in India. Even for our gold mine, we could have not started. It's been last 100 years, then effort has been made. After Kolar goldfields have started, there is not one single gold mine other than the Hatti gold mines which is producing. There is no 1 gram of gold which we are producing more. We import gold. And our entire foreign exchange drain happens because of the gold what we do it. There's a huge potential in India where gold mining can come up in a very big way. This is a small example of the testimony of the government support and the vision in which the Prime Minister is working. With this kind of vision, with this kind of opportunity, with these youngsters, as G. Sendil has said, I'm calling all my second generation, that is my son and my friend's sons, come together, let's try to do something together, because my knowledge which I've earned, I wanted to share it among the youth so that this can become multiplier effect to see what we can happen. My request to all the senior people who are here to do the same thing, because this will help us to see that we are able to build a very strong India. So today we are looking at Rotary. As a medium, I think financial capital might not be required. There's enough finances available, enough government schemes which is available, which is not still reaching the last mile. So there are a lot of funds in our budget which gets returned back because it's not able to disperse. Because our official missionary, our government, is not really having all the ways and means that it is our responsibility as individuals to see how do we go and look at the budget and see last year what is the funds which gone back. On let us talk about challenged people. Let us talk about education. Let us talk about infrastructure. There has been a lot of vision, the budget comes in. But a lot of funds goes back. How do we be able to bring it back? We will be able to bring it back if we as learned people, if we are able to spend some time. Today, the biggest asset what is required is time what we spend. It's not the service, it's not that what we look for funds. For example, in the mineral industry, I'm just going around my experience. Every royalty, what 1 rupee is paid, about 20 paise of it is kept for the District Mineral Foundation. For a state of Orissa, the District Mineral Foundation, we have got multiple districts, just an example. 2 districts alone, there is an whopping amount of around 30,000 crore collected on District Mineral Foundation, which is kept in a bank account because they're not able to find visible project. In the place of Gadchiroli, where Prime Minister's vision and the Chief Ministers of Maharashtra's vision, they are making a new steel city that's going to be the steel hub of the country. There, if you look at it, within 2 years, the District Mineral Foundation is about 500 crore rupees. And it has got a clear guidelines. It cannot go into any large contracts. It's for drinking water, education, healthcare, skill development. Today, if you look at it in our country, the biggest resource what we have is how much time we are able to give for service. It's not the physical time is really wanted. And we are a global village now. I'll request our president to see that he should go beyond the territories, beyond boundaries to see that how we reach out. Because if you go to the right place and do the right project on service, fund is not at all a problem. So there's huge amounts available. Now what we need, India needs skill. One is brain drain, which happens to US. They don't come back. And with this global uncertainty, I'm very sure every Indian who's living in any part of the globe will like to see, if India gives me an opportunity, I wanted to come back. So definitely, I think as a club, we should also try to integrate global connections of our own children and our own siblings who are there globally available to see that what all can happen. Today, if you look at it, we have a steel plant which is having about 2,500 acres of land, which is earmarked by the farmer and kept back. What are we doing back in Salem? There are visionary leaders who thought of making a steel plant. A lot of time has gone in, a lot of efforts have gone in, a lot of hard work has gone in. I think this is a time we have senior lawyers like Shivakumar sir and all of them. All their knowledge, if they're able to give just 10% of the time to see how do you make a vision document. I'm very happy seeing the vision document of this club. I think I've saw the various activities like industrial visit, environmental side. I think we are very open. I am from Salem, I'm working across the globe. As a company, we are not only looking at, we see there is no boundaries. And we feel that globe is one big village. We have got capabilities. India doesn't have a lot of support system which is required to make it stable. Today, be it any electronic medium, be it any cell industry or an automobile industry, we are dependent on imports. And anything which happens, China next story is not going to happen. They wanted India. Be it the railway minister today, look at Vande Bharat. It's a revolution which has happened on our mass transport system, mass movement of people. Airports. We need to see that our Salem airport has to be 24 hours. Night landing should be available. Because once we build in infrastructure, infrastructure comes from not voices from an individual, voices like all of us, from Rotaries, all the Rotary Club. I could see multiple presidents being here. We all together, if we can make some vision document for at least what we wanted to do it in 5 years, with my experience of working across nations, working across states, I've understood that nothing is called impossible. It's a clear example for me. I just wanted to diverge a little bit about me, what I did and how I am able to reach it. Today as a company, I didn't know about stock markets. When I went to stock markets, when you have a real story, when it is scalable, when it is profitable, investors are ready to give 10 years of value today. All they wanted to see is how sincere you are, how hardworking you are, how committed you are, whether your vision is scalable or vision is profitable. Then I think with such a visionary with this years of people sitting here put together the experience, it's going to be hundreds and hundreds of years of experience. A lot of things happens on value. Today, experience is what we have different from other people is the value, the ethics, the ethos. I think we are very deeply passionate of what we do, but we keep it within ourselves. I think this is one disadvantage which I found with our people from our area. Why me? Let him other go. We wanted to be in the comfort zone. Little bit, either if it is not for your own business or your own professionalism. I've got auditors here, lawyers here, chartered accountants, various people are there. Little bit, if you're able to come out of your comfort zone for the sake of our country, India, Bharat, I think this Bharat is going to control the world, rule the world, and we are going to be proud of what we are today. So I sincerely believe skill is something which is a biggest shortage which is available, because skill is not being developed. For example, Namakkal, Salem, Erode, Tirchangod has got the highest truck population. If you go to US truck market, you can find a guy, an engineer also driving a truck. Today, even though it's 40, in any truck driver, if you go and ask him, not to your car drivers, it will be about 40 to 50,000 rupees he'll be earning a year, earning a month, but he'll be wasting the money into drinking and other unsocial activities because the environment is not being created. A small idea, actually, all this changes with skill development. How do we get the skill development? How do you bring the new force, the new youth to the new skills which is required? Because the old skills, what is being practiced is in history. Today, we have to make skill as a new era. For example, let's talk about a trucking industry. Maybe it's not relevant, but I'm just giving an idea which we were able to convert that vision into an idea. We have not implemented still. Logistically, if you see there is a trailer and there is a prime mover, the load gets loaded on the backside of the truck and it gets carried away, and then they go to an unloading place and loading place. For example, each of us buy cement steel. We don't unload it in the night time. We say the truck has to stand, next day morning we will unload. But the cost of capital of the truck, the driver, everything, we are only paying for that cost, because it is the cost which is, no one is going to do charity from home. He has to run the business. We went with an idea. I met Honorable Minister Nitin Gadkari. I told him, can you deregister this truck? The front has a different number, back has a different number, so that whoever wants, we will have the backside truck. Suppose I'm a steel trader. If I have to send it somewhere, I will load the steel with my own resources and keep it ready, so that the prime mover will come, hook on and go there. At a point at another city, it will be left outside. And again, he will bring back an empty. It's like a railway wagon. If you see wagons, cement gets loaded, steel gets loaded. You never see an engine. Even in our platform, we have seen in for a passenger, sometimes we'll wait for the engine to come, because the cost of engine is 90%, the rest is 10%. Same thing is in a truck. The back side is 10%, front side is 90%. Once you bring this, utilization goes up. All across, for example, a pilot efficiency is much easier than being a pilot myself. I could find out truck in today's industry is very difficult to drive rather than a aeroplane to fly. Today, if you look at it, there is no rosters. There is no what is called as 1 week work, 1 week off. It is not there. With this system, what will happen, we can have a software where if you're going from Salem to Namakkal, we can get a driver picked up at Mallur. We'll make a schedule for him so that he or she can get in, and the truck may go to Thuthukudi, but in between there will be a change which will happen, and the truck can come back. The truck will go, but the driver will come back. By this way, the pay scale of this will be 40 to 50,000 in every rural India, every village. You can bring this people to work together. It's a revolution if it happens. Then what will happen? The trucking industry will get modernized. It's just an example. When you make money of 100 rupees with this kind of business, today's stock market is able to give us 60 multiples. So I like to walk through this model itself. So if you make 1 crore, your value of the company is valued on 60 crores. Market will, even if 25% you dilute, you'll get about close to 12 to 15 crore rupees as an equity without loan. This is happening in India. It is for us to see how do you bring ideas into action and how you list it, how you systemize it, how you stitch it and market it. So huge opportunity for me, because it was my vision when I went to Gachiroli. I went and met the largest stockbrokers of the country. I told him, sir, this is a vision. He said, why Gachiroli? I said, Gachiroli is the center part of India. Steel made, logistic cost will be cheaper. Second thing is, the people of Gachiroli will be owners of me because they are all shareholders of this company. Naxalite is just an ideology. Any person with firm ideology means he has got firm ideas. He's very strong. He's not going to change his ideas very frequently. We could talk to the government. We brought a surrender policy. In the surrender policy, we told to the government, because there was always no confidence between two people, because the government is not an individual. It is a collection of missionaries of a lot of people. You cannot expect the government to be agile. If it is very agile, then the republic of the nation will shake. It runs on strong policies. What we did is, we told to the government, we told to the Prime Minister, give us an opportunity. We'll bring these people to the mainstream. We will employ them, because a lot of photo shoot happens when people surrender. But after that, they are forgotten. We said that, why can't we put a skill center? Today, I'm very happy to say we are able to bring skill center. Nothing. We did nothing. We just made the people to do bar bending, electrical work, plumbing, mason, driver, security guard. So construction work, today you can understand anywhere. If you go into Salem, you can see the construction workers will be a migrant people from Radisson to come and lay a tile here. You are paying for his migratory cost, you are paying for his margin, you are paying for his stay. But the people in rural, for example, in Kalrayan Hills, there are people without employment. How are you going to connect it? This is where I feel Rotary should come in a big way. And let's do projects. Doesn't mean all projects needs to have a visibility, because any visibility which you wanted to do quick, I'm very sure it will not happen. You should have a phase for it. You should have a time for it. You should have at least 4 years to 5 years to achieve a target, because it's a concurrent relay, because so much efficient people are there. Today, if we start, I think in next 5-6 years, we can reach what we wanted to reach. Just if you look at the migrant laborers coming into Salem town, mark what is the salary they get. What is the expenditure? Because he spends on medicine, he spends on housing, he spends on his travel and his food. Here we have got so many youth around our villages who don't have job, and we are there sitting at home or going as a migrant again to Bangalore or Trichy or Chennai to again work in some mediocre jobs. Today we all understand, even a barbender, if you give, you have been, all of us, I could see a lot of professionals and business people here. I've got a construction person here. Minimum you pay at least 1,000 rupees a day for a barbender to pet the bar bends and do it. So just an example, skill, I believe that today's platform I wanted to tell, we should develop skill centers because it's all employable skills. I'm not asking that he has to become an astronaut or somewhere. How do we get the skill together? How do we put a skill center today? If you look at into our ministry, there's hundreds of crores which has been given for skill development. So we have to be out of box. If you're able to do out of box, today if you look at it, doctors are getting produced. Where is nursing? Today, nursing itself, if you look at it, I think there is a huge requirement of nursing where we can train and they can migrate outside and become nursing. Today in Gadchiroli, we don't have nurses. We are doctors we are able to pay because we are able to identify through a degree called MS Ortho or gynecologist. But the real nursing staff is becoming a challenge. And all we know, the doctor operates on a surgery, but rest is the nursing which takes care. All of us in today's post-COVID time, we understand how important a paramedic plays in our role. Whoever you are, lastly in a bed, in an ICU, you are alone. The next man, he or she who comes is a nurse of a paramedic. Unless a panic button, the doctor is not able to come because our per capita doctor population is not that great what it is today. Even on a paramedic, there are a lot of, if you start talking, we can talk the entire day what all we can do. So I like to tell that I think skill development is something which, as my request is to see that we all, and again I'll request all the women, because basically we understand that this entire vision and mission doesn't happen if you have a participation, if it's not happening from the women's side. So in my life, I've understood in all walks of life, let it be even a welder today, I've got women force who are welding, MIG welding, MAC welding, no education. It's only skill, because skill talent is so easily scalable. Easily it's scalable. It's not that you have to go through a degree of 8 years or 9 years into your schooling, then the post-graduation and your degrees and your doctorate. This is all scalable in maximum 100 days, 150 days, 180 days. Today, simulators, we have got robotic welding machines where we are not even spending on the welding rod. We are able to simulate all kinds of welding with the least cost. Today, with all this the latest technologies, the skill cost is coming down drastically down. So I think there are huge opportunities for all of us to see. We as Rotarians who are sitting here and the seniors and also the other invitees who are here, take a little bit of your time, collect it, because Rotary is the best medium to do that. I think if it is done in a structured way, because with an individual, I can work hard tomorrow and I do not know what will happen to me tomorrow. We need to put it into an organization. I think Rotary, which has been got on these 5 motives to see that we serve for the larger interest of the public, I think it's our duty. It's no more a cosmetic for us. With this era, I think we need to do that. And one more thing I wanted to emphasize when I talked about skill. How do we empower people? Empower the youngsters. We need to come into multiple JVs. We are now all in silos. We don't want to be partnering because everything goes around partnering today. Today, global partnering is going to be the next vision. Be a jeweler, be a manufacturer, be a builder. Today, if you look at it, there are a lot of pension fund of US which wants to come to a good construction company. They wanted to invest as partners, not as debt. So we need to prepare. I've got senior auditors here. I think they should help us to put some incubation cell to see that how do you explain the youth, explain the next generation, what all you can do, help them to give them awareness. Stock markets are multiples. What you make today, they all don't look at the loans what you have. They look at your gross EBITDA margin, earning before interest, tax and depreciation, and put multiples. Today, Swiggy and Tomato doesn't make margins, but it's all a huge billion-dollar valuation. Let's not go into that era. Let us go to our physical business, construction. Let it be any of your production, marketing. Now I could see someone on surgical thing. They are going around India to do it. I think with China's threat, which they feel that China cannot be anymore the epicenter of the development, I think a lot of migration is going to happen towards India. I was in Nagpur that day. 2 MOUs were signed by 2 large people. Airbus is one of the largest producers of aircraft today. With this Boeing problem, Airbus is taking a lead. They are making the helicopters. Today, the wait period of a helicopter is about 3 years to 4 years. And per hour for an engineer, they pay about $80 to $100 of US for assembly plant. Nothing, they just assemble. I'm very sure a diploma candidate or an ITA guy, if you put him into learning, he will be able to assemble. That's what was the vision of today's N. Chandrasekhar of Tata chairman. He presented, and the Airbus assembly line, and in 2027, Airbus will be rolled out from Nagpur. These kind of innovative things are happening in our country. It is none of us. Chandrasekhar is from Moganur, who belongs to very much into a I think he studied in elementary school of the local where our deity temple is there. I could see him still, his house is still there. From there he migrated, you could bring back. I'm just saying, millions of things Tatas have done. Dassault Aviation is going to be made assembled in Nagpur. We are building the first green steel plant. What is green steel plant is to see that with less carbon emission, we wanted to make it. We didn't go back to America or US to make this equipment. It is our own engineers from Valapadi and wherever they worked with me, they are able to remove the engine, put an electrical motor. Today, we are proudly say I have a EV car. Have you ever thought, is there any guy who can convert my Maruti 1000 again into a battery and give it to me as a battery operated truck? No, because we are all, innovation is missing. Because an old car is now scrapped. Even if you wanted to buy, what is the problem? It is only the engine which gives the problem. There is nothing else. Everything is easily doable. Engine is the only lot of moving parts in any automobile industry. So we are doing retrofit. In fact, we are the only company in the world to do a multi-product rebuild center in Jamshedpur. Because what we choose is just the idea. We went around Jamshedpur. We find out 100 years of knowledge of steel making is getting retired, and whoever lived in Jamshedpur wanted to settle into Jamshedpur because it's a multi-communal, multi-racial and multi-language city. You have Tamil, you have Andhra, you have Malayalam. So what happened? We got so much of talent of people who are retired sitting there. We made them mentor because our education system is also challenging. But why can't we only blame the government that this is not there? Let's make a change. What we said is we took the guys from the rural India, Orissa, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, took them. We didn't take mechanical engineers. We took ITIs. Put up with the mentorship. We put up for one senior mechanical guy who has been running a blast furnace in Tata Steel. I said, why can't you mentor 100? I'll give you a platform. My investment was only the shed and some tools. He's able to roll out today about 800 to 900 people who are able to retrofit things and make it happen. So I was feeling that when I tried, it's the success what we speak. There are a lot of things where we fail. But it's not that what you fail, it's what you do in this life meaningful. It's not the balance sheet anymore. It is not your net worth anymore. It is the satisfaction index in your mind what you have. I feel there is no tomorrow. Today is the day. We all can do it. And it's all is I'm asking 10% of your time to do anything what you want. Do it through a platform of things called as Rotary or any of the common platforms, so that because a person's pride gets sometimes misty when he finds himself elevated and being successful. Overconfidence leads to disasters. So always when it comes to a platform, I'm very sure these kind of things never attribute to individually. It is not I, it is we. So just look at Singapore. Let's take a small example. Singapore should not be as big as even Salem district. Dr. Lee, what he did, very poor fishing village. No, when it came out from Malaysia and other places, nothing was there. We had a Tamil population, Chinese population, all of us living as fishermen. Fisher dock was not available. What he did, he made the financial hub of this world. Singapore being, now whatever you look at it, look at the economy, look at the GDP, what we do. What he did, he had no resources, even water was not available, sand was not available. He made it happen. Only thing what he instilled in his people is punctuality, hard work and self-confidence. He drove on these 3 missions again and again and again and made Singapore what it is today. In 30 years, he has made this as one of the most important financial hub. Today, whatever be in Southeast Asia, whatever be it in Asia, whatever happened in China, after the COVID, a lot of companies started the trading offices in Singapore to see that they find it as a safe, because they brought discipline first. So I was just thinking, if one doctor can do it, we have so many people here, I think why can't we do something to see how we can really make an impossible just taking this INM and make it possible. So the days today, when we went out of these places, we had our own tussles today. Today on a stock market, we are listed almost about 85 to 90,000 crore. But this is just a journey to start. We are doing multiple things. I'm looking at multiple options, because when I make this net worth, it is not the net worth what I have. How much is going to be my team member? How much is going to be my shareholders? My aim is to see that today we have almost 30,000 people immediately to join and work. I have got 30,000 shareholders. How do I make it as a 3 lakh shareholders? Because the wealth which is concentrated on one single person has never seen. I've seen families getting splitted because of wealth. So we've all brought it to one platform to see how this wealth is useful for a common man, how we can incubate, how we can take margins. Because today, if debt is there, it becomes the biggest problem. All of us understand that as a business people here, we signed at least thousands of signatures to the bank and we work for the bank. 100% when they are only fair other people. I think whoever we went through stress, I understood how bank managers deal, because they have got a book, they have got no emotions. They will say this is an NPA, tomorrow biggest assets goes off. A guy who builds the biggest airport with passion in Mumbai, overnight he loses the airport for one night, it takes away and goes to some other gentleman. This cannot happen if you are able to be a family owned. It has to be a public listed company, because every shareholder will sit with you, resist from doing what is happening. So please disinvest your knowledge, your capability to others, and work for others. They will work for you. I've understood today in my vision of trying to make it, we are into LIoyds consulting engineers. Now we are getting orders in defense to see how we design, how do we repair. Now Make in India, with this present instability of global uncertainties, India needs to be self-reliant. So we found an opportunity. Nothing we make, all the ships have got rudders like steering. It needs to be repaired. It's just a molten steel. You have to put the plate, jack up the ship, change the plate and put it up. Steel, otherwise you pay it at 60,000 rupees a ton. They will pay us 6 lakh rupees a ton. Like I'm making steel. How I bring value to is to make rudder through LIoyds engineering. We have got into various business models I'm trying to do. We are the first people to green transportation. It's not only green, we have to look at it. First, the balance sheet has to be stronger. What we did when we transport iron ore, you have seen trucks carrying, wagons carrying, we have put a pipeline. Cost per kilometer from 3 rupees is 30 pies. So we make about 2 rupees 70 pies on one simple logic of sending the ore through pipeline. So what I'm saying is, India gives the opportunity, India gives you the space, gives you all what is possible. Look at our population, look around, what is our census data? We don't have an updated census data today about the education capability. Today, we don't want engineers, we don't want scientists, we want basic people to build our India as a nation. For nation building, skill development, going to capital markets, and working in group, not as individuals, because individual is all short-lived. It's a battery which is only individual, whereas it is a parallel battery. Institutions like Rotary can play a bigger platform. I feel I've been in multiple forums. We have a vision document. I'm very happy to work on critical minerals. We are now across into African continents to see how do you bring cobalt, how you bring tungsten, because that's what India needs. India will stand beside you, because it's not that we are traders. We need to build something. With this Chinese story of becoming resilient, I'll just tell you 2 minutes, how does China work? We should all know, how does China prosper? Today I'm a jeweler. Tomorrow I see that I wanted to have 100 jeweler shop in Africa. He goes and presents before a jewelry board. After that, they have an insurance company called Sinosure. Sinosure sees what is best for China to do that. Because they give an insurance cover note. With that cover note, any bank will give the money, because it's been backed by the Chinese government. This is the kind of era in which world is moving on. But we can also still do. But today, the present government is amazingly, I'm talking about what we do. I've got my chief minister. It's not for anything else. I requested him when I was working there in the remotest district, because life was a threat. After he became the chief minister, I had an interview. I told him, why can't you be the guardian minister of one small district? Which never happens in the history. Today, he is the guardian minister of a small district called Gadchiroli. In his 30 days, he gives 4 days to Gadchiroli. His entire cabinet, entire people, he moves to Gadchiroli, gives what is required. I said, we don't have capital, sir. That's what I'm saying. We are very shy of asking things. That's one of the biggest disadvantage which we have as people, because we are very hardworking, very competitive, but our self-confidence levels are very less. I went and asked him, sir, I will put up a bigger steel plant in this country. all I need is subsidy because you're not making it. It's just logic. You need to be logic. There is no revenue which is coming out of the district. They are spending about 2,000 crore for the police, helicopters, and various armed outposts. I said that, sir, give me a capital subsidy of 150% of the investment what I make. I asked it. Obviously, I have to prepare. I said, sir, you're not paying out of the pocket. You're just giving back the GST for the first 12 to 15 years so that I'll get my capital back and I can make a steel where army can be, because the grades of iron ore are very superior and we have lost more than 1,000 people of local people. It is a shame on the country. After 70 years, Naxal called it as a liberated zone of India. That's what the status when we went there. With this, I was able to get 150% capital subsidy. Because I feel it's better to be unnoticed as a last person to say, go out. When you go out, I think we are going to come to the first row immediately. So I never look at your own personal status, because you're not working for you, you're working for our country, you're working for the nation, you're building nations, and we are all nation builders. It's not the multinational large companies of Tata's, Birla's or thing. It is we make it. Today, we are the people. The entire economy is around us. Let it be in the field of education, medicine. Today, what is the specialty which Tamil Nadu is coming up with the medicine? Today, in the medicine side, we have done so much, but we're very competitive because we have got a small market and a bigger number of people available. We need to go around. We need to migrate. I sincerely believe, as a history of last 30 years, we saw lots of ups and downs, But one thing was very clear. My asset was, first is my team, then is my family member. That's why my son, I put him into all the local schools before you do. And I'll give a small incident. I was in Jharkhand. He has to wear a uniform and repair some equipments. So there are some Naxal guys or some antisocial people. They came and they trashed all of these engineers in the uniform. He was also beaten up. He called me. I said, welcome to India. This is the reality. You have to survive. Maybe you are the guy who you should have run first. I said, don't cry. You should have the smartness to do, because our children, don't give them wealth. One is wisdom, and give them an opportunity. I'll only request the senior generation to see that, stop our children going out, make them entrepreneurs. India is the place, and we are the best people. In fact, if you look at it, we are the most hardworking people, especially on the South India. We are only been resilient to see that, why me? I think it is we will do it. And I think, again, I thank Sripati and the entire team to give me this opportunity. It is wonderful, because what you do outside is nothing. But this function and trying to speak my experience, if I'm able to change one person in this room, and if he's able to change, my life is meaningful. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Chief Guest, for your motivating speech. To control and rule the world, we need to come out of our control zones என்று அழகாக எடுத்து சொன்னார். If you work for others, they will work for you. வானமே இவரது தொழில் சாம்ராஜ்யத்தின் எல்லை என்று தப்பாக சொல்லிவிட்டோம். ரொட்டேரியன் சுரேஷ் சொன்னதை போல, விண்வெளிக்கு அப்பாலும் இவருடைய தொழில் சாம்ராஜ்யத்தின் எல்லை என்றே சொல்லலாம். ஆனால் இவங்க பேசுனதில் ரொம்ப பிடிச்சது எல்லாத்துக்கும் லேடிஸ்க்கு என்ன ஆன்ஸ்க்குன்னா, தங்கம் விலை இறங்குதோ இல்லையோ, சேலத்துக்கு ஸ்பெஷல் டிஸ்கவுண்ட் கிடைக்கும் என்று சொன்ன சீஃப் கெஸ்ட்டுக்கு நன்றி. தேங்க்யூ சார்.
We recognize the presence of Rotarians from other various clubs. Due to shortage of time, we are unable to recognize them individually. We are very much honored by your presence, dear Rotarians. Thank you.
பெரியோர்கள் மற்றும் பிடிஜிஸ் அவர்களின் வாழ்த்துக்கள் கேலக்சிக்கு தேவை. டைம் now for felicitations.
Good evening, fellow Rotarians. Respected Chief Guest Prabhakaran sir, PDGs, District Governor, Zone Chair, official chairs, a very good evening to one and all. It's an honor to be here with you today on installation of the new team, the Rotary Club of Galaxy. Today, it's more than just a ceremony. It's a renewal of a commitment to our service above self and to the values of unite us across borders, professions, and cultures. Every time Rotary New Year begins, we are reminded that leadership in Rotary is about titles. It's about trust, responsibility, and the deep desire to make a difference in the life of others. The existing outstanding achievements done by the Galaxy Club are the Hope on Wheels major donor. As the last year president, he's done a very good job. Thank you, President. 100% PHF Club introduces Rotary Marathon in the district, one of the outstanding clubs in the district, and Lifetime Achievement Award by Rotarian Pulsar. He's been a very generous donor. People don't ask him, he comes forward. To the incoming president and the board, you are not just leading a club, you are shaping a legacy. You are building bridges where there were none. And every project you take on, every life you touch, becomes a part of this extraordinary global story. Let's serve with passion, leads with humanity, and above all, let's continue to create people, hope in the world. Thank you and congratulations once again to the new leadership of Rotary Club of Galaxy.
Thank you, AG.
Felicitations by PDG. May we request Rotarian past district governor N. Ashoka to felicitate.
Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, friends, good evening to all of you. கொஞ்ச நேரம் எனக்கு ஒன்றுமே ஓடல. சீஃப் கெஸ்ட்டோட ஸ்பீச் கேட்ட உடனே மைண்ட் பாக்லிங் ஸ்பீச்சு அப்படியே மெஸ்மரைஸ் ஆகி உக்காண்டிருக்கேன். அடுத்த சங்கர் கூப்பிடும்போது கூட ஒன்றும் புரியல எனக்கு, என்ன போய் பேசணும் அப்படின்னு தெரியல. ரோட்ரி, அதாவது இந்த ஒனிடா டிவி வரும்போது ஒரு டேக்லைன் வரும். என்ன டேக்லைன் இது? ஓனர்ஸ் ப்ரைட் நைபர்ஸ் அனிமே. அதுதான் கேலக்ஸி. Understood? Many people are now, they want to join Galaxy. So it shows very clearly the power of this Rotary Club Galaxy that will automatically will take you, and your year will be a very, very successful president, incoming president, Sriyapati. So you need not worry about anything. So that's such a powerful thing. அண்ட் எனக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப என்னுடைய கிளப்பு என்னுடைய கிளப்பு வந்து அடுத்தது கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக இருப்பேன். அடுத்தது வந்து நான் வந்து ஓகே அப் டு ஃப்ரம் ஸ்ரீலங்கா, இங்கே ஆல் ஓவர் த இந்தியா, அதர் கண்ட்ரிஸ்லாம் போயிருக்கேன். பட்டு என்னுடைய கிளப்புக்கு அடுத்தது நான் வந்து ஒரு கிளப்பில் வந்து ரொம்ப கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக இருப்பேன் அப்படின்னா தட் இஸ் ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் சேலம் கேலக்ஸி. யூ நோ வை? ஐ ஹாவ் லாட் ஆஃப் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் ஹியர், தே ஆர் வெரி க்ளோஸ். நான் என்ன உளர்னாலும் அதை டாலரேட் பண்ணிக்குவாங்க. எதை வேணால் நான் பேசலாம், காசிப்பிங்னு கூட சொல்லலாம். ரீசெண்ட்லி காசிப்பிங் வந்து ரொம்ப மோசம்னு சொல்கிறாங்க, பேசுகிறது காசிப்பிங் தப்பானதுலாம் சொல்லுவாங்க. பட் ரீசெண்டாக ஒரு சைக்காலஜிஸ்ட், அவர் வந்து அண்ணா யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் ப்ரொஃபஸராக இருக்கார். அவர் வந்து நம்ம பீஸ் ஸ்காலர், தட் இஸ் Rotary spent several lakh crores of rupees on him, and he went abroad and studied about 2 years of பீஸ் ஃபெலோஷிப் வாங்கிட்டு வந்தார். அவர் தான் பேசினார். அவர் சொன்னார், காசிப் எல்லாம் மோசம்னு நினைக்கிறாங்க, காசிப் ஆல்சோ இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்னார். அப்படியே கொஞ்ச நேரம் பார்த்தோம். அப்போ தான் அவர் சொன்னார், காசிப் பண்ணும்போது உங்களுக்கு யூ ஆர் கெட்டிங் ரிலாக்ஸ்ட். பட் என்னென்னா அது பாசிட்டிவ் காசிப்பிங்காக இருக்கும், அதுதான் முக்கியமான விஷயம். ஸோ கண்டதை வளரக்கூடாது, கண்டதை பேசிக்கிட்டு இருக்கக்கூடாது, பாசிட்டிவ் காசிப்பிங் ஒன்றார். அந்த மாதிரி ஐ கேன் கம் ஹியர் அண்ட் தென் காசிப் வித் தீஸ் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டாலரேட் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு கல்ச்சர் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு கிளப். So my point is, what I'm trying to say is, one of the best culture இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு கிளப் வந்து இஸ் கேலக்ஸி. அதில் வந்து இந்த டாலரன்ஸை பற்றி சொல்லிட்டேன். ஸோ தீஸ் திங்ஸ் வில் ஹெல்ப் whoever comes as the president, the club will automatically, ராக் ஆஃப் ஜிப்ரால்டர்னு சொல்லுவாங்கள்ல, அந்த மாதிரி ராக் ஆஃப் ஜிப்ரால்டர் மாதிரி இந்த கிளப் இருக்கும், அது அவங்கள கொண்டுட்டு போயிடும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் பொன்னுசாமி he did extremely well last 1 year. அண்டு என் ஒய்ஃப் வந்து, நீங்கள் வந்து கேலக்ஸிக்கு நான் போகிறேன்னு சொன்ன உடனே சொல்லுவாங்க, அந்த பிபி பார்க்குற டிவைஸ் கொடுப்பாரா மறுபடியும் ஒன்றுன்னு கேட்பாங்க. ஏன்னா பிபி பார்க்குற மெஷின் வந்து அந்த இது வந்து பெஸ்ட் வந்து இவர் கொடுத்த கிஃப்ட் தான் இருந்தது. பட் ஹீ டிட் வெரி வெல். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் 200 cycles, ரைட்? ஸோ தட் இட் செல்ஃப் இஸ் அபவுட் மோர் தென் 10 lakhs, ரைட்? ஒர்த் 10 lakhs. பட் டோட்டல் 6 lakhs ப்ராஜெக்ட் முதல்ல போட்டீங்க, அப்புறம் அது இல்லாமல் ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. ஸோ 200 சைக்கிள்ஸ் வந்து இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் ப்ராஜெக்ட், அது அந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட்டுக்கு அந்த கிளப் செஞ்சுருக்காங்க. ஸோ ஹி ஹஸ் டன் வெரி வெல். ஸோ ஐ கங்க்ராச்சுலேட் யூ வெரி வெல் அண்ட் ஐ விஷ் ஆல் த சக்ஸஸ் ஃபார் இன்கமிங் டீம் Sripadi and his team. Friends, it is a wonderful opportunity for me and I am very happy. And I wanted to tell something about the leadership of this club. See, ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்கிறேன் லீடர்ஷிப்புக்கு. ஒரே ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்கிறேன். இன்னைக்கு வந்து சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் யாருன்னு அவருன்னு புரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டீங்களா? அவர் ஸ்பீச்சிலேருந்து தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோமா? இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சீஃப் கெஸ்ட்டை கொண்டு வர முடியுமா? எத்தனை கிளப்பால் கொண்டு வர முடியும்? So that shows the leadership of Rotary Club of Galaxy, Salem Galaxy. See, I know that in economic times I read about him. In fact, one added attraction நான் வந்ததுக்கு வந்து இவரை பார்க்கறதுக்காக தான் வந்தேன் நான். என்ன பார்த்தேன்னா, அந்த எக்கனாமிக் டைம்ஸில் சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர் ஆஃப் மகாராஷ்டிரா ஃபட்னாவிஸ், அவர் வந்து தேவேந்திர ஃபட்னாவிஸ், அவர் சொல்கிறாரு, இந்த இடத்துல யாருமே துணிச்சலோடு வந்து இங்கே வந்து பண்ண முடியும், இந்த இடத்துல இண்டஸ்ட்ரியை ரன் பண்ண முடியும், இந்த இடத்துல மைனிங் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்னு யாருமே நினைக்காதப்போ துணிச்சல் இல்லாத போது ஆல் ஓவர் இந்தியாவில், வேர்ல்டு லெவலில் த ஒன் மேன் ஹேட் த கட்ஸ், தட் இஸ் வி பிரபாகரன் சொன்னார். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ he said one more thing. What he said is, still I remember that those lines, Mr. Prabhakaran. அவர் என்ன சொன்னார்னா, 6000 ஒர்க்கர்ஸுக்கு 1000 crores ஆஃப் த ஷேர்ஸை போனோம்னா எடுத்து அந்த லாய்ட் கம்பெனி இருக்க ஷேர் எடுத்து ஒர்க்கர்ஸுக்கு கொடுத்துட்டாரு. இவர் ஒர்க்கர்ஸுக்கு கொடுத்தது வந்து அது வந்து த ஒன் சோஷியல் ஒர்க்கர், தட் இஸ் ஃபார் த ட்ரைபல் சோஷியல் ஒர்க்கர். அதுக்கு பத்மஸ்ரீ வாங்கின ஒரு லேடி துளசி, ரைட், துளசி முண்டா, அவங்க கையில் ஹேண்ட் ஓவர் பண்ணி யார் சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர் கொடுக்குறாரு. நினச்சி பாருங்க, 1000 கோடி ரூபாய் 6000 ஒர்க்கர்ஸுக்கே பிரித்து கொடுத்தாங்க. அப்போ வந்து ஃபண்டாவிஸ் சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர் என்ன சொல்கிறாருன்னா, இந்த கம்பெனிக்கு வந்து ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஸ்டேக் ஹோல்டராகவே உங்கள் எல்லா ஒர்க்கரையும் மாற்றினது இப்போ தான் நான் பார்க்குறேன் அப்படிங்கிறாரு. 1.1. 2 என்னென்னா, அதில் வந்து சரண்டர்டு மாவோயிஸ்ட் ஆர் தேர் ஆஸ் ஒர்க்கர்ஸ். தட் இஸ் வாட் ஹி ஹஸ் டன். அப்போ வந்து கடைசியாக அந்த லைன் அவர் ஃப்ரண்ட் ஆஃபீஸ் சொன்னது என்ன ஞாபகம் இருக்கு எனக்கு, அவங்கள இந்த ஒர்க்கர்ஸை பார்த்து, இந்த எம்ப்ளாயீஸை பார்த்து சொல்கிறாரு, சி டுடே யூ ஆல் பிகம் அ ஓனர்ஸ் ஆஃப் திஸ் கம்பெனி அண்ட் வாட் எவர் த ஷேர்ஸ் யூ ஹாவ் டுடே வில் பிகம் 5 times. இப்பயே வந்து 4 ரூபா ஷேர் 1000 ரூபாய் 1250 ரூபாய்க்கு விற்கிது. இது இன்னும் 5 பங்கா உயரப்போகுது இன்னும் 5 வருஷத்தில் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கடைசி லைன் தான் முக்கியம். Provided if your leader continues as a leader, Mr. Prabhakaran continues as a leader with you அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறார். ஸோ இவர் ஒர்க் பண்ணால், இவர் கூட அவங்க சேர்ந்து வேலை செஞ்சால் இந்த வேல்யூ, அசெட் வேல்யூ வந்து 5 times ஆகிடும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாரு. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் வாட் த சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர்ஸ் ஒப்பீனியன். ஸோ அப்பேற்பட்ட ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு கிரேட் லீடரை வந்து இங்கே வந்து சீஃப் கெஸ்டாக கொண்டு வந்ததுக்கு ஐ தேங்க் ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் கேலக்ஸி வெரி வெல். ஆல் த பெஸ்ட் டு த கிளப் அண்ட் பர்சனலி.
Thank you, PDG. We now request Rotarian PDG Nirmal Kumar. We kindly request you to make it short, sir. Thank you.
Sure, madam. Good evening, friends. Rotary International Assembly நடக்கும். வேர்ல்டில் இருக்கிற 538 கவர்னர்ஸ்க்கு சாண்டியாகோவில் ஒரு ட்ரைனிங் நடக்கும். 6 days. ஒரு மினிமம் வந்து 9க்கு ஆரம்பிச்சு ஒரு 6 அந்த ரேஞ்சு முடிச்சிருவாங்க. அந்த 40 மினிட்ஸ் இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் ட்ரைனர்ஸ்லாம் வருவாங்க. என்னால் முடியாது, உட்காந்துருக்கவே முடியாது. எப்படா 40 மினிட்ஸ் உட்காந்துருக்கிறது. சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் வந்து பண்ணீங்க பாருங்க, அப்படியே மெய் மருந்து வந்துட்டேன். நெக்ஸ்ட் சார், பெட்ஸ் அண்ட் செட்ஸு இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் அசம்பிளி இந்த கிளப்லேருந்து ஒரு கவர்னர் வந்துட்டாருன்னா இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் அசம்பிளி போக தேவையில்லை. இந்த கிளப் வந்து இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் லெவலில் இருக்கிற ஒரு கிளப். இந்த சங்கத்திற்கு வாழ்த்துக்கள். 2024-25 பிரசிடென்ட் செக்ரட்டரிஸ் அண்ட் இன்கமிங் 25-26 பிரசிடென்ட் செக்ரட்டரிஸ்க்கு வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you. Felicitation by Shri A. Anand Kumar, brother of our president.
எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். Rotarians, dignitaries on the dais, our super chief guest. இன்னைக்கு ஸ்ரீயபதி பதவியேற்பு, அதுக்கு ஒரு சிறப்பு அழைப்பாளராக வந்த பிரபாகரனுக்கு எங்கள் குடும்பத்தின் சார்பாக நன்றி. அண்ட் கேலக்ஸி நீங்கள் வச்ச பேரே ஸ்பெஷல். ஸோ ஈச் ஒன் இஸ் அ ஸ்டார். ஸோ திஸ் கேலக்ஸி ரொட்டேரியன் மெம்பர் ஈச் ஒன் இஸ் அ ஸ்டார். ஸோ அந்த ஒரு ஈவெண்ட்டுக்கு ஒரு சூப்பர் ஸ்டார் இன்னைக்கு வந்திருக்காரு. ஸோ வி என்ஜாய், வெரி இன்ஸ்பைரிங், ஸோ மச் டு லேர்ன் ஃப்ரம் யூ. எங்களுக்கு ஒரு ப்ரவுட் சன் ஆஃப் த சாயில். ஸோ நீங்கள் ஒரு தடவை சொன்னது இங்கே சொல்லிட்டு முடிக்கிறேன். ரொம்ப கேஷுவலாக சொன்னார், த பிரசிடெண்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா நாளைக்கு கூப்பிட்ருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு. ஒரு பர்சனல் இன்விடேஷனில் Mr. Prabhakar was invited by the current President of India to appreciate the efforts he has done for the tribals. She being a tribal, so avala oru, I was so touched by it. He's touched the hardest of the, what do you say, the most underprivileged. யாருக்கு ரொம்ப ஒரு சேலஞ்சிங் சிச்சுவேஷன் இருக்கோ இந்த நாட்டில், அவங்கள டச் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. ஸோ அந்த இன்சிடெண்ட் இட் வாஸ் வெரி நைஸ் டு நோ. ஸோ வி விஷ் யூ வெல் அண்ட் ஐ விஷ் ஆல் த டீம் வண்டர்ஃபுல் இயர் அண்ட் எஸ்பெஷலி ஸ்ரீபதி, ப்ளீஸ் கம் ஹோம் early. தேங்க்யூ.
தேங்க்யூ. Felicitation by Shri A.S. Sriram, uncle of our president.
யூஸ்வலாக ரோட்டரி கிளப்பில் மைக் பிடிச்சா ஃபெலோ ரோட்டேரியன்ஸ் தான் சொல்லுவேன், பட் ஐ எம் அ பாஸ்ட் ரோட்டேரியன். ஐ பீன் அ ரோட்டேரியன் ஃபார் மோர் தென் 3 decades, right from 77 to couple of years back. I've been a Rotarian in Salem North, then we have evolved into Rotary Centennial, then we also successfully returned our charter to the international. For Sriyapati, when you become a president of a Rotary club, you will reach to every Rotarian. You can understand them wholesome. When you talk to them from distance, all are very passionate, greenery. But when you reach them, you will understand everybody individually. This will give you a rather very good experience. But already you are 50 years old. You had a lot of experience in life. You have a very good friend also, shouldering you very much. I wish this new team all the success in Rotary. But you remember, the minute June 30th, 12 o'clock strikes, you are a past president. That is the one thing Rotary is doing. Without any ornamentation, it becomes the past year and the present year. So you have only limited period. Enjoy your Rotary. Thank you.
தேங்க்யூ. இதைத்தான் அனுபவம் என்று சொல்வோம். தேங்க்யூ சார். ஃப்ரம் அருண் ராஜா ராமன் ஃப்ரம் லாஸ் வேகஸ், a friend of our president.
Thank you, everybody. I want to represent our school, Holy Cross. எல்லாரும் அங்கே தான் படித்தோம். எல்கேஜிலேருந்து ஒன்றா படித்தோம் ஸ்க்ளூனியில் 4 years, அப்புறம் ஹோலி கிராஸ். But one thing I want to say today is looking at the whole team here, right? We have school friends, we have other Rotarians, and everybody. I think I want to thank 3 people or 3 sets of people here today. One is obviously the parents, ரெண்டாவது எங்களோட teachers, without whom I don't think we would be where we are today. We had really good teachers at both Clooney and Holy Cross. I think we feel very proud of them. And number 3 is our own families and friends. So I think in the circle is all about, this is a circle of life. அப்படி சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல அந்த மாதிரி this is an extremely well-connected, very friendly, atmospheric, club. Rotary Club is famous for that. Um, Lastly, I want to say one thing about Sriyapati. Coming in, knowing him for almost 35 years now, more than that, I think, 40 years. And one thing I want to talk about Sriyapati is he is an extremely good listener, which is an extremely good talent. It's not எல்லாருக்கும் வராது இந்த லிசன் பண்ணுறதுங்கிறது. நம்ம யாராவது பேசும்போது நம்மளும் பேசிகிட்டே இருப்போம். So if you're listening, I think that's half the problem solved. So he's a very good listener. I think you have a very good head as president for Rotary Club today. And we wish him really well. Thanks.
Thank you. We also have Rotarian Mukil Vannan, Rotarian Sridhar, and Rotarian Venkatesh from Coimbatore Galaxy. We request Rotarian Venkatesh, President of Rotary Club of Coimbatore Galaxy, for felicitation.
Good evening, Chief Guest, Mr. Prabhakaran, Assistant Governor Hasraj Jain, respected Chief Guests on the dais, the newly elected President, Secretary and his team of office bearers. So it gives me immense pleasure and pride on behalf of Coimbatore Galaxy to stand before you to felicitate a remarkable leader, Shriyapati Kumar. Your vision and dedication and humility in leadership will set a shining example to all the Rotary clubs in Salem. On behalf of all the members and of Salem Galaxy and the community, I extend our heartfelt congratulations and deepest appreciation. May your journey ahead continue to be filled with purpose and pride. We look forward to your continued contributions and leadership, not just in Rotary, but in all walks of life. I congratulate you once again and your team. Have a wonderful Rotary year ahead. So, on behalf of Coimbatore Galaxy, for the past 10 years, we have been joining for your felicitation, and you'll be coming to Coimbatore. So this year, I think we can do some joint projects, so inter-district projects. So a lot of projects we have been doing in Coimbatore, and you have been doing wonderful projects in Salem. So we'll unite for the good, and as per our RI International President theme, unite for good. We will unite and do wonderful service above self. So we have been doing a lot of projects in Coimbatore. It's a type 1 diabetes project, so which our one of our Rotary Club members, Dr. Krishnan Swaminathan, who has gotten recently an award from the governor of Tamil Nadu for his exemplary service in treating type 1 diabetes children. So he's what to say, அவர் ஒரு 2500 குழந்தைகளை வந்து கவர்மெண்ட் காலேஜ் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸ் இருந்து தத்தெடுத்து அவர் வந்து சர்வீஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு டைப் 1 டயபெட்டிஸ். ஸோ மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் யூ ஐ திங்க் நோ அபவுட் டைப் 1 டயபெட்டிஸ். ஸோ இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக எங்களுக்கு ஒரு குளோபல் கிராண்ட் வந்து ஒரு $55,000 வந்து சேங்ஷன் ஆச்சு லாஸ்ட் வீக்கு. ஸோ அதில் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நிறைய ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ், நிறைய அதாவது பம்ப்ஸ், இன்சுலேட்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் நிறையா கொடுத்துட்ருக்கோம். ஐ திங்க் வி கேன் டூ, யூ கேன் ஆல்சோ சஜஸ்ட் சம் இஃப் யூ ஹாவ் எனி people, any kids needing for the service, we'll also support you. So we'll once again like to congratulate your team and thank you.
Thank you, Rotarian. To carry home the pleasant memories of this evening, we are pleased to present a memento to our chief guest by Rotarian K.S. Valliyappan. To our AG by Rotarian B. Palaniappan. To our outgoing president by current president. To the outgoing secretary by current secretary.
எங்களுக்காக இவ்வளவு நேரம் ஒதுக்கியவர்களுக்கு நன்றி சொல்ல செக்ரட்டரி ரொட்டேரியன் கே மணிகண்டன் அவர்களை அழைக்கிறோம்.
Good evening, fellow Rotarians and friends. As we draw this installation ceremony to a close, it's my pleasant duty on behalf of the newly installed board to extend our heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you who has made this evening so meaningful and memorable. First and foremost, I express our sincere thanks to our chief guest, Shri Prabhakaran, sir, for sparing your valuable time and your motivating words, especially skill development in rural areas, youth empowerment. Thank you, sir. This has inspired us to serve still more better with renewed commitment and dedication. We are deeply grateful to our guests of honor and other distinguished dignitaries for their esteemed presence and constant encouragement. Your support truly means a lot to us. We also thank Rotarian Hasraj Jain, Assistant Governor, past district governors, PDG Ashoka, PDG Sivanyana Selvam, PDG Nirmal Prakash, Shri Anand Kumar, our President's brother and his family members, Shri Shriram AS, President's uncle, district officials, visiting Rotarians, Class of 90 Holy Caste Friends of President for their presence and gracing this occasion. Our special appreciation goes to our immediate past President Rotarian Ponnusamy, our immediate past Secretary Dr. Vijay Sadasivam, and the outgoing board for their dedicated service over the past year. You have set a high standards for us to uphold, and we assure you that we will strive build on your good work. A heartfelt thanks to all our Rotarians, aunts, aunts, Rotractors, RCC members, Rotary Club of Coimbatore Galaxy members who are drove down here all the way, and guests for your gracious presence today. Your continued support remains our greatest strength. A special word of thanks to the Radisson staff, Studio 7RK Photography, SKS Hospital AV team for the live streaming, and of course masters of our ceremonies, Rotarian Shi Shankar, Rotarian KS Valliyappan and Uma Valliyappan, who have worked so diligently behind the scenes to ensure this evening's success. As we are leaving this gathering, let us carry forward the inspiration drawn today and pledge to uphold the ideals of Rotary in the year ahead, guided always by the four-way test in all we think, say and do. Thank you once again for your presence and participation. Wishing you all a pleasant evening ahead.
Thank you, Secretary. இது ஏற்கனவே லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீமிங்னு சொல்லியிருந்தோம். இப்போ மெசேஜஸும் நிறைய வந்துட்டுருக்கு. அவர் சார்ட்டர் பிரசிடென்ட் ஹீஸ் நாட் இன் டவுன், அதாவது இங்கே யூஎஸில் இருக்காரு. அங்கேருந்து மெசேஜ் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்காரு. ஐ எம் ஏபிள் டு சி த ஃபங்க்ஷன் வெரி கிளியர் அப்படின்ட்டு இருக்காரு. தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் த கிளாரிட்டி அண்ட் ஐ திங்க் அது டாக்டர் சுரேஷோட இதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். வெரி குட் குவாலிட்டி. இஸ் ரியலி வெரி ஹாப்பி. தேங்க்யூ. We request the Rotarians and guests to join us for dinner in the lawn and fellowship in the same meeting hall after the national anthem. We also request the Galaxians to assemble in the stage for the group photo after the national anthem.